going to tell you what I really think of Donald Trump. This man is a pathological liar. He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen. Donald Trump is such a narcissist that Barack Obama looks at him and goes, dude, what's your problem?
You are going to get a chance to tell us exactly what you think about that and so much more. Get on the lines now, 1-877-Newsmax. We're going to get to your calls momentarily. This special edition of America Votes 2016 continues. Now, Donald Trump says he doesn't care if the Republican Party is unified. He'll win the White House without anybody's support and still have plenty of Trump steaks to hand out. Okay, that last part is not what he said, but you can imagine that he would absolutely say that. Hillary Clinton cannot shake the gnat that is Bernie Sanders, wishes she could squash him like the rumpled bug she thinks he is. She can't. She's going to have to start understanding the platform for the Democratic Party is not and will not be hers and hers alone. That sticks in the craw of this woman, boy, like you can't believe. A reminder, phone lines now. Your comments about what is said here moments away at 1-877-Newsmax. No one better to get the conservative blood boiling than the former Democratic senatorial aide, now contributor at The Hill, Brent Budowsky, joined by senior writer for the conservative political magazine Opportunity Lives, Israel Ortega. Gentlemen, let's get right to it. And Mr. Budowsky, I'm going to go ahead and start with you because indeed the conservatives are just waiting to seethe at you, if you will. Ted Cruz made those statements today. He said some things, I got to tell you, that social media is screaming about. The people who are his opponents say, how dare you? You talk about lies. Some people believe that he bit at what Donald Trump threw at him. Others think it's strategic. Your line.
Well, all I could say is when Donald Trump suggests that Ted Cruz's dad may have something to do with the Kennedy assassination, and Ted Cruz responds by talking about Donald Trump once having venereal disease, there's only one thing for a good Democrat liberal like me to do, and that's to light up a cigar.
All right, Israel, I'm going to come to you now on this one. And a very nice cigar, as a matter of fact, although I tend to think that you will be arrested for smoking indoors in Washington, D.C. Don't worry about it. We've called somebody already. Izzy, let's get to this right now, because Brent brings up a very good point. Look, Ted Cruz went off today. However, Donald Trump went back to the National Enquirer talking about a story that has been discredited time and time again about his dad being involved in being close to Lee Harvey Oswald in 1963. We've hit the gutter in this one right now. If you're a Republican, you've got to be thinking, look, let's get this over with. Let's get Donald Trump in there. Let's start working on something here instead of playing these games.
No, it's amazing. Look, I think anytime that we're not talking about the issues, we're not talking about public policy.
Issues? Excuse me. Wait a minute. Issues? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Izzy. I haven't heard that word in a long time. I thought I'd just throw it in there. Go ahead.
No, and that's exactly, and that's why Trump, you have to give it to him. I mean, again, he's done it again. He, on the day Indiana's voting, instead of talking about the issues at hand, we're talking about some conspiracy theory. And so, look, Donald Trump is probably going to have a great night tonight, again, because he's been able to manage expectations, but more importantly, he's been able to steer the conversation the way he wants to. And that's why I think, he's looking good tonight. We'll see, though. I mean, Ted Cruz could surprise people, and I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think.
1-877-Newsmax. 1-877-Newsmax. Get on the lines. We're going to get to you momentarily. Here's some early numbers coming in. 1% of the precincts reporting it again. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6 counties. And this is only 3 of 5,300 precincts. Donald Trump, 56%, Cruz, 29%, John Kasich, 12%. Mr. Budowsky, you guys have got your own problems right now because Hillary Clinton is backing up. You can hear the beep going off right now when it comes down to something she said about the coal industry. Last March, she made her intentions clear on diminishing the coal industry, and here's what she said.
I'm the only candidate which has a policy about how to bring economic opportunity using clean, renewable energy as the key into coal country, because we're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business.
And then yesterday, she sat with West Virginia coal miners, some of whom were in tears, Brent, with a very different take on their jobs. Listen up. Okay, do we have that soundbite, guys?
It was a misstatement because what I was saying is that the way things are going now, we will continue to lose jobs. That's what I meant to say, and I think that that seems to be supported by the facts. I didn't mean that we were going to do it. What I said was that is going to happen unless we take action to try to help and prevent it.
Brent, your leading candidate involved in misstatements as well. Doesn't look good for her either. She can't get her story straight.
Oh, there's no question about it. Her comment about coal, I said it at the time, was one of the great misstatements of the year. No doubt it was a mistake. She admitted today it was a mistake. She does do these things occasionally. She's not the strongest and most favorably viewed nominee that Democrats ever had. But I will tell you, I would rather have her problems than what we witnessed, the spectacle of infamy and garbage and sleaze and nonsense that we saw from the Republican Cruz and the Republican Trump today. They were a disgrace to the United States political system. Anything Hillary Clinton does, she looks like Mount Rushmore compared to that.
Here come the Democratic results, too, as we're getting them in right now from Indiana. Hillary Clinton, 54%. Bernie Sanders, 46%. This is with about 40 precincts reporting. 30 seconds to you, Brent. Whom do you expect? Do you expect it to be Hillary and Trump winning big tonight or something else?
I think Trump probably wins big. I think the Democrats are going to be very close. Hillary probably pulls it out, but not by much. And there's much to go in both parties between the cup and the sip.
Israel, I come to you now on the Republican side. I'll ask you that as well. Is this the night that Ted Cruz basically has to pack it all in and decide to go home?
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to stay at least through all the primaries. I mean, I think he's going to make a play at California. He's got to keep it close tonight. I think if he gets blown out, this does not look good for him. But I think the fact that he brought in Carly Fiorina, to me, suggests that he wants to make a play all the way to California.
All right, you've heard some stuff tonight. Brent Budowsky. By the way, Brent, we have already been told by the fire marshal that you are going to be arrested when you leave the building. Just thought we'd let you know. But it's okay. If it's a good Cuban cigar, brother, you're off and running. Brent Budowsky, thanks for joining us. Izzy Ortega, thanks for joining us as well. All right, we got a couple of minutes right here. Here's your turn. 1-877-Newsmax. You've been patiently waiting for the chance. The lightning round question that we throw at you tonight is very simple, and it comes in line that we are still waiting as we see a lot of the numbers come in. Is it time for Ted Cruz to basically hang it up, or does Ted Cruz continue to fight from here? Dick Morris said he stays in, and you heard Izzy Ortega say he stays in. But a lot of people are very angry at him tonight. You got a couple of minutes. Ring it up quick. 1-877-Newsmax. Frank in St. Louis, you're first up on a hard line. Frank, how are you?
Fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think he needs to get out, but the reason he needs to get out is because he don't have the votes. And the second thing is he's not going to be good for America at all. He is a New World Order guy. We don't want the UN controlling us. Get him out of here.
Wait a minute. Hang on a sec, Frank. When has he ever said that he wants the United Nations to control us?
That's New World Order.
No. But wait a minute. If you're going to say that, that's fine. But when has he ever said, and I'm going to go ahead and play the devil's advocate here, if you're going to make this statement, when has he ever said that he wants the United Nations in a new world order to run the country? What do you base that on?
Okay, his wife was in the Council of Foreign Relations, Foreign Affairs. She's Goldman Sachs. These are two other things that are in that same agenda.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're thinking of an agenda. You really don't have a lot of evidence. 15 seconds. Go.
He's a Mason. Masons are for this. The Illuminati, the whole nine yards.
Okay, Frank, thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and pass on anything we get into the Illuminati. Thanks a lot. Let's stick with facts. Brenda from Omaha, you're up on the hard line. Brenda, you say Ted Cruz should get out. You got 20 seconds.
Oh, God, please. I hope he goes. Don't come to Omaha, Nebraska. Head on home.
Why should he get out, though? Because as Dick Morris said, why shouldn't he stay in as long as he is still eligible to stay in?
Because he's a nut. I mean, you listen to him, he's so desperate. And between murderous Hillary and crazy Cruz, I don't want that here.
All right, there you go. Brenda, thanks a lot. Monica from New York City, you got 20 seconds. You say Ted Cruz also should get out, yes?
Absolutely. First of all, since Colorado, he's been showing his backroom deals that he is once again with Washington. Washington says bark, he barks. And your gentleman was wrong. Donald Trump never said he was with him with the assassination. He said prior, and I thought it was brilliant. He agitated him, showed that he can't act under pressure properly, tipped him right over the edge.
He did indeed agitate him, no doubt about that. Monica, thanks so much. Everybody keep the numbers close. 1-877-Newsmax, 1-877-Newsmax. Dick Morris is going to come back momentarily. You get a chance to talk to him and so much more as America.